We've done it all week long in the honor of Tim Walz.
Weird. And then they start being weird. They're weird. Donald Trump's weirdness. Very weird. It's just too weird. It's weird.
I decided to give you 3 weird things from each night at the DNC. Just have some fun with this. So last night, 3 weird things. Where do we want to start? Let's start with Steph Curry. Last night, Golden State Warriors, days after his head coach Steve Kerr spoke, Steph Curry showed up on the big screen and gave the endorsement of Kamala Harris.
What's up, everybody? Stephen Curry here. I know you all know I played for the Golden State Warriors, but man, what a great honor it was to represent Team USA and go out there and win that gold medal at the Olympics this summer. And that unity on and off the court reminded us all that together we can do all things and continue to inspire the world. That's why I believe that Kamala, as president, could bring that unity back and continue to move our country forward. This is about preserving hope and belief in our country, making sure families can be taken care of during their most precious times. I got to visit Kamala with my team in the White House last year, and I can tell you one thing I knew then and I definitely know now. The Oval Office suits her well. So in the words of Michelle Obama, do something. Go vote. Be active. Let's show out in November like never before. It's been an honor for me to represent our country. It's an honor to support Kamala. So let's all do our part. God bless.
You know, when I hear Steph Curry or any Kamala supporter say do something, I agree. Kamala Harris can go out there today and make changes she wants to see in America because she is, at this point in time, basically the de facto president anyway. So why doesn't she, in their words, do something? Why do we have to wait until January for her to do something? She can do it now, right? But the hypocrisy of Steph Curry is really unbelievable. Remember, this guy last year, Mr. Not in My Backyard, infamously wrote a letter to the town that he lives in, opposing a multifamily housing development that more or less buttered up against his multi-million-dollar property. He lives in Atherton, California. According to Zillow, the median home value is $7.5 million. So Mr. Not in My Backyard, as long as he's a good woke lib, it's okay, right? He can get away with being Mr. Not in My Backyard when they try to build affordable housing somewhere near his multi-million-dollar property, as long as you support and outwardly endorse Democrats. Then you're still an okay person. Despite the fact that, you know, when it comes to potentially building affordable housing near your property, whoa, not in my backyard. The hypocrisy, as usual, knows no bounds. And I love how he said there, families, you know, Kamala will take care of families. Please. Families have gotten smoked the last 3.5 years, in part because Kamala Harris, with a tie-breaking vote in the Inflation Reduction Act, which did nothing but skyrocket inflation. So thank you, Steph Curry. We'll stick to the hoops. The other weird thing I saw, this came courtesy of the 1024th Native American, Elizabeth Warren. Did you see her last night?
Kamala, she gets it. We need to make life more affordable for working people. Yeah. Donald Trump, the felon, has no plans to lower costs for families. He doesn't know how. And basically, he doesn't really care. When did he ever fill up a gas tank or worry about a grocery bill?
Oh, my gosh.
Right back at you, Liz.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. You know, is Trump filling his own gas tank? Nah, he's not. Okay, I'm not suggesting that he is. But this notion that you have to fill a gas tank to understand economic policy when you've been in office and the economic policies worked is one of the more ridiculous statements to make. He doesn't know how to lower prices. Okay, well, if you compare the economic policies and the economic well-being, one was significantly better to the other. When you just look at the last 8 years, Donald Trump's tenure pre-COVID, and what we've got in the last 3.5 years under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. But this whole thing of like, you've got to fill your own gas tank to know how to implement proper economic policy. I don't know. I mean, Trump's a billionaire. I get it. But, I kind of like the idea of a guy who's really rich because of his private business success versus all these people who are rich by simply being politicians, by simply being in government. They don't have any skills that apply to the private sector. They could go lobby, but that's not really a job. That's just using your political connections to get things for your clients. That's all that is. There's no real skills. It's just the fact that you've been in public office so you can go get in front of the right people. That's all that is. It's a shell game. But you haven't created a job. You haven't created a business. I mean, same thing with the Obamas. The Obamas are wealthy because of their job, which they got paid for by the taxpayer. They haven't done anything. So you can say a lot of things about Donald Trump. But my goodness, of all the attacks from Elizabeth Warren, that ain't one of them. And I don't know if you saw her, but she gave about a 5-minute speech. She got a rousing ovation, and then she started crying. And I'm like, oh, it's a real-life trail of tears here for Elizabeth Warren. Okay, all right. The last weird thing I saw, Jen Psaki, I don't know if this hits the way she thought it did on MSNBC last night.
This magical, charismatic quality in person. So do a lot of politicians. People say that about Hillary Clinton. Also true.
One more time about Kamala Harris.
This magical, charismatic quality in person. So do a lot of politicians. People say that about Hillary Clinton. Also true.
Yeah, Hillary is as uncharismatic and as unlikable a political figure that we've had in my lifetime. That's why she lost to Donald Trump back in 2016. There is no one who has been less charismatic or less likable as a candidate than Hillary Clinton. Her husband, much different. She does not have Bill's charisma, Bill's political skill set. That's a fact. Comparing Kamala Harris to Hillary Clinton on a personality basis is not really the win you think it is. So there's the 3 weird things from night 4 at the DNC.